Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, Zach, as you guys know, the voice behind ZG Brickfilms. And in this video, I want to try something different. This is kind of like a pilot for a new series I want to do for the channel. This is some weekly LEGO podcasts, and my goal is to do this LEGO podcast, have it come out once a week on the same day. I'm thinking Thursday right now, and I just want it to be a way that I can talk to you guys about, well, either answering your questions first off, so if you guys have questions you want answered, definitely ask them here. And then secondly, I want this to be a way that I can talk to you guys about stuff going on in my life pertaining to LEGO that doesn't necessarily pertain to the channel as a whole. So that's the goal of this podcast. I don't have a name for it yet, so if anyone has an idea for a name, just let me know. I'm pretty much open to anything except ZG podcasts. I think that's kind of cheesy, cliche, whatever. So like I said, this is going to be the LEGO podcast, and my 2 rules I'm giving myself with this podcast, other than these 2 rules, is completely open to anything, is it has to be one full take. There's no cuts in the video, so if I stumble or just like get interrupted or something, it's one long take. And the next thing is these videos will never exceed 5 minutes, because I know as a viewer you guys really don't want to sit through 5 minutes of me talking. But other than that, it could be Q&A, it could just be even a review of like a LEGO product that isn't a set, like a Ninjago season review if you guys really wanted, anything like that, or to just talk to you all about personal life stuff involving LEGO. So that's actually what today's topic is about, and this is actually probably going to be a multiple part episode to the podcast. But the topic for today's is hitting a LEGO dark age. So a dark age is a LEGO term for when a LEGO fan kind of loses interest in LEGO. And it was one of those things that I thought was ridiculous. I thought to myself, as long as I can remember, I always remember hearing that term and hearing stories of how like AFOLs will say, oh, I had a dark age when I was in my 30s or whatever. And I never got it. Like, it never made sense to me. I'm like, how does someone stop loving LEGO? You know, it's such a hobby, and you know, these people have so much passion for it. How do you just stop that or lose that? And I think that I've actually experienced my first hint of a dark age in these past few months, so I'm just going to dive into the story. It's not necessarily that interesting, but it's just a lot of stuff to talk about, and figured I'd share with all of you guys, because I do think you guys deserve to know, because I'm the one creating these LEGO videos for you guys. So as you guys know, if you watched the announcement video I did on my channel, which was also a face reveal and all that, I mentioned that I'm in college now. I'm going to college, and I can say without a doubt it has been the time of my life so far. It's so much fun, such a great experience. It's so different from life back home, but without a doubt it's been in a good way. I mean, I love every second I spend up here in college. It's amazing. Seriously, you guys, go to college. It's the best. But one thing that I thought was gonna maybe not be an issue, but a concern, is making YouTube videos. And I pre-recorded a whole bunch of videos before I went to school. I pre-recorded 14 videos because I did a video a week for 2 weeks. So I pre-recorded 14 videos, which I have been editing and uploading basically between that video and now, until like my most recent video that's not on the white background. And I pre-recorded all them, and I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do this. You know, I think we can make this work. That way I can have time to adjust and not have to worry about all that. And I did end up bringing a bunch of LEGO stuff to school with me. I have all my LEGO parts bins. I've got a handful of minifigures and other sets, just small stuff, you know. So that all came up with me. Obviously I brought my computer, which has my editing software. I was ready to roll. I put up a YouTube video first Monday I was in school, which is like a big deal because that's my upload day. It's always been Monday nights. So I was on a roll, and I kept that going for a little bit. And I think over time, as I got busier and as I got more involved with college, just editing and uploading became harder and harder. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm not going to make these podcasts longer than 5 minutes, so that's really it for this week. That was kind of like a build up for it. So as I mentioned, editing gets harder and harder for me, and not physically editing, because physically the process of editing my videos only got easier and easier, and it got to the point where it was so easy that I stopped having fun with it. So that's where we're going to end this week's episode. Thank you all so much for taking the time to listen. If you're interested and want to hear more about what goes on in the story, come back next week, and I'll talk to you all again in the next video.